Earlier this week, I sat down with one of the people who will have to deal with all of this firsthand. His name is Don Millis, and he is the Republican chair of the Bipartisan Election Commission in the battleground state of Wisconsin. Don Millis was appointed to that position after his predecessor abruptly resigned earlier this year, citing the avalanche of criticism he got for simply stating that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Needless to say, Don Millis has his work cut out for him. Election day is less than a month out.
Yes.
And it sounds like you're expecting a record number of election observers.
Yes, I think that's true. Both parties, my understanding is we'll have a record number of election observers, and we'll probably have a record number of partisan-affiliated poll workers.
What could go wrong? I mean, well, how do you feel about that?
I think it's a good thing to have observers. I know many of the people who are organizing this. I have respect for them. I think that they understand that having problems at the polls is not going to benefit anyone.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for everyone. I can't tell you that there won't be problems, but I do think that having more observers is probably a good thing. Sunlight's always good.
Why do you think people think there are problems?
Since 2016, the confidence in results have diminished. 2016, when I was on the commission the last time, I was sued along with my other commissioners by Jill Stein, claiming that the election was not secure, that there was tampering with the tabulating machines and things like that. That was rejected by the courts. Outside of Wisconsin, in 2018, you had Stacey Abrams challenging the result there, and obviously Donald Trump challenging the result in 2020. And so I think on both sides you have a great deal of skepticism as to the legitimacy of elections at a time in which we have the ability to have the safest and the elections that have the most confidence. So it is frustrating, but I think it's been primarily a function of external forces.
I mean, we were talking with some of the experts that worked on the elections committee to do an overhaul or sort of get an overview of security in terms of Wisconsin elections, and they said it's asymmetrical. There's not even a question which party is fueling this, and it's the Republican Party. It's Donald Trump, and it's a slate of candidates that appear on races across the country who are saying that elections can be fraudulent. You have a gubernatorial candidate in Arizona who's already saying that the election may be stolen. You have the Stop the Steal movement. You had the events of January 6th. Do you really think it's both sides that are contributing to this?
Well, I think historically, again, if you want to talk about what's going on right now, certainly the Republicans have been making more noise about it. But again, I look at this with a historical perspective.
Sure.
You go back 6 years, it wasn't the Republicans, it was the Democrats who were saying that. And again, I think that people...
You think, just to be clear, you think Hillary Clinton is comparable to what the Stop the Steal movement? Sorry, which maybe could you just clarify when you say 6 years ago?
Okay, so 6 years ago, I'm saying that there were many people on the left who believed that Hillary Clinton was the legitimate winner of the election. Mm-hmm. And in 2020, certainly Donald Trump and many Republicans believed that he was the legitimate winner. I'm not saying that you can equate everything that's gone on either side. I'm just saying is that from both sides, at all ends of the political spectrum, there has been skepticism, probably unhealthy skepticism, about the legitimacy of elections. I know right now, I think most of the skepticism comes from the Republican or the conservative side. And the Republican Party involves people from a wide variety of views. Yeah. And certainly, you certainly have greater skepticism among Republicans about the legitimacy of the 2020 election than you do of people who are independents or Democrats. That's what the polls show, for sure.